2 minutes.
Well, Joe ain't coming, so
What?
Joe isn't coming. So we're all here.
Yeah, but we can't start early.
1 minute.
1 minute.
Always late.
Okay. I want to call to order the House Rules Committee. And okay, stop. First order of business is the acceptance of the minutes.
Mr. Chair, it might be a question for the clerk, but wasn't here. I wasn't present during the last meeting, so I'm wondering if it's permissible for me to abstain from the vote.
Representative, in the House, we don't abstain. If you prefer not to vote, you have to step away from the table. But that's okay. These are just acceptance of minutes. It happens all the time.
I move we accept the minutes.
Okay, motion to accept the minutes. Is there a second?
Second.
Okay, is there any discussion on the minutes? All those in favor say aye.
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 Those opposed, nay. The ayes have it. The minutes are accepted. And now we'll go on to item number 2, which is adoption of the House Amendment to House Rules 66, which Paul will explain to us.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. So in front of you are the proposed second-year session deadlines. These were drafted in conjunction with the Senate with a conclusion date of June 4th and with the Office of Legislative Services in terms of drafting deadlines for the fall of the second year. I had a request from the Democratic office that we make the times consistent for filing, specifically with the last day to sign off being 4 o'clock rather than 12 o'clock. So that has been made in this proposal, and that is what is before you now.
Okay, is there a motion to accept the amendment to House Rule 66?
I so move.
Is there a second?
Second?
Is there a discussion? Seeing that there is no discussion, do we need to do a roll call, Paul, or can we take a voice vote?
I would prefer it, Mr. Chairman.
Prefer a roll call?
Yes, sir.
The clerk will take the roll.
Thank you. Representative Smith,
Yes.
Representative Kofalt,
Yes.
Representative Osborne,
Yes.
Representative Sweeney is absent. Representative Simpson,
Yes.
Representative Hawken Phillips,
Yes.
Representative Weber,
Yes.
Representative Sullivan,
Yes.
and Representative Packard.
Yes.
Motion is adopted 8-0.
Okay. Next on the agenda is a request for late filing and drafting. And that's Representative Opal.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Wow. Mr. Chairman and Madam Leader and members of the House Rules Committee, I am Thomas Opal, the representative for Grafton District 9, which is comprised of the towns of Canaan, Dorchester, and Orange. Those three towns, I should note, are also 3/5 of the Mascoma Valley Regional School District. I'm here today to request this committee endorse a waiver of House Rule 36E. Originally, I was going to ask for that waiver for two different bills. I'm now amending that to just the one bill, HB 503, that was acted on in the 2025 session. As everyone is aware, the New Hampshire Supreme Court reached a decision in the Kentucky Valley School District versus the state of New Hampshire, widely known as the Conval decision, after the 2025 session was completed. The decision not only reaffirmed the original decision in Claremont 1 back in 1993, that the state has a constitutional duty to cherish public education, that state support is inadequate, and for the first time, it actually established a minimum level for base adequacy. The request to waive 36E, which, as I'm sure you're aware, the normal House rules would prohibit the reintroduction of a bill in the second year of the biennium that has been acted on or defeated in the first year of the biennium. But I'm asking for a waiver for House Bill 5 in order to provide the General Court with the widest range of options to meet our obligations. The reintroduction of House Bill 503 would provide the revenue to fund the increase in state support that the Conval decision has called for. This is not simply about the state meeting its constitutional obligations after 3 decades. It is critical, and it is widely supported by a majority of New Hampshire residents, that is demonstrated every year when our citizens consistently vote to support through property taxes their public education. A whole generation of New Hampshire.
Representative, we usually don't get into a discussion of the bill itself, but just the reason that you want to have the late drafting and filing without getting into a discussion on the subject matter.
Okay, I'll simply say that this is a matter of both public education and property tax relief for our citizens. Thank you. Happy to answer any questions. I don't know whether that's appropriate.
The motion, if there is a question, yes. The motion before us is to approve late drafting for a bill that Representative Opel needs to put in, which would mean a vote of this committee. Is there any discussion?
Mr. Chairman, there is no motion before you at this point. Somebody have to make a motion.
My mistake. Does anybody want to make a motion? I see nobody willing to make a motion, so.
Here's my concern. I'm very concerned that we on this committee have, no matter who was in charge of the House or the Senate or the governorship, been very scrupulous about departing from our drafting rules, in particular, whether it is a request for late drafting based on late arising circumstances, which in part this is because of the court decision. And my concern is that I think that departing from that, except in very narrow circumstances, makes a really bad precedent. So that's where my concern arises. And I think that there are other vehicles that give us a vehicle for the discussion that I think is very important and very needed. So, but I personally don't feel that I can make the motion. And that's with regret, but I don't feel I can do that.
Well, I think I agree with you 100%, Representative Weber. I think there's quite a few bills that have been retained in the education funding, and I'm sure there'll be a number of bills that will be introduced. And I'm sure this subject matter can be brought up, you know, at some point. So I agree with you. I think it would be a horrible precedent that we set by doing that.
Can I?
Yes, Representative Simpson?
I agree as well, but I do just want to quickly take a minute to thank you for standing up for your constituents, and I appreciate your commitment to them and your commitment to coming here and continuing to fight for them. And I hope that you'll be very involved in the all the bills that are coming up that we know have already been filed on this issue as the House continues to address the issue of education funding.
Okay, so seeing that there was no motion made, we can move on. Is there any other business?
It looks to me like we have the customary motion that we make at this time of year that allows late drafting for the majority reports of any statutory or study committees that I'm sure the clerk has the language, but it's basically an authorization to draft a bill based on the majority report of any statutory or study committee that's been meeting throughout the year and that has a reporting deadline that comes out so that their work isn't done before our deadlines are over. And I think that's kind of a standard thing that we've done every year, and I assume the clerk has the standard language.
Mr. Chairman, yes, just to Representative Weber's point, absolutely. The only discussion point I would make is November 1st is Saturday, which is the reporting deadline. I would make the recommendation to you all that you extend the deadline for filing of those bills until Friday, November 7th. Give them the week to file with the Office of Legislative Services.
That makes eminent good sense to me, and I thank the clerk for the suggestion. So that would be my motion.
Okay, Representative Weber has a motion to adopt the language that the clerk had just read to us. Is there a second? Second. And is there any more discussion? Would the clerk take the roll, please?
Representative Smith.
Yes.
Representative Kofalt.
Yes.
Representative Osborne.
Yes.
Representative Sweeney is absent. Representative Simpson.
Yes.
Representative Falcon Phillips.
Yes.
Representative Weber.
Yes.
Representative Sullivan.
Yes.
Chairman Packard.
Yes.
Motion is adopted 8-0.
Okay. Now, is there any other business to come before the Rules Committee? Okay, I guess we can accept a motion to adjourn.
Move to adjourn.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
It's unanimous. Almost a record time.
Well, we did it in 12 last time. We were noting that on the minutes.
That's a little hard to beat.
But I think we had more things to go over this time.
Okay.